get the stream going. Check I am live, which, yeah, I appear to be. Oh no. We did the fractals. I accidentally... I keep telling OBS I want it to be on this monitor, and it keeps, when I minimize it, hopping over to the monitor that I'm currently showing. You can see my not terribly well-organized OBS layout becoming an infinite fractal for a minute there. Pop out chat. That's probably a good volume for the soundtrack. Hey, Tara. Hey, Clips. Oh shit, this is today, totally forgot. I knew it was happening today. I didn't know until, like, half an hour ago it was specific to this 007 game. For some reason, I thought this was just a regular state of play that was like, oh, it's gonna have a trailer for 007, but like it's a regular state of play. No, it is a 007 state of play, I guess. Hey, Gumba Master. So, at least one thing that's probably going to be in this state of play may have leaked earlier today. Nothing huge, but a very expensive special edition might have leaked. Oh, did Poquisition go up a day early? I know we recorded it a day early. Did it go up today? Oh, if I'd have known, I'd have posted it on Blue Sky and stuff. I assumed the plan was to like schedule it and have it go up Thursday. I know we had to record it a day early. No, I don't think there is other stuff. I think it is just 007. Until earlier, I thought there was other stuff. I thought this was one of these ones where it's like, oh, it's like a Nintendo Direct, you know, a state of play. There's a bunch of games, but like we're gonna spotlight this one. No, it's just a 007 thing. Okay, cool. I will try and remember to post pole position to the socials and stuff once we finish this state of play. Hey, Samantha Devlin, how are you doing today? I realize I probably didn't need to start the stream this early. I picked this start time thinking it was going to be a regular state of play. I was like, oh, we'll do like a predictions bingo or something. And then I realized, no, it's gonna, from what I can tell, it's just gonna be like half an hour of like, just gameplay from the game, which, honestly, I kind of appreciate. That's gonna give me a better sense of whether it's a game I actually want to play or not. I'm curious to see this for a couple of reasons. We know it's coming to Switch 2, and like, the Hitman port on Switch 2 is pretty alright. I'm curious if this is gonna run any better on Switch 2 than Hitman did, for example. The BT, I think this is just 007. I think, from the title, I think it's just 007, yeah. Rocker says, sort of surprised there's been no will to finally release a modern port of GoldenEye 007, or maybe it's just a copyright nightmare at this point. It is a copyright nightmare. There are 2 versions of GoldenEye you can play on modern consoles. The Nintendo Switch version in the Nintendo Online expansion pack, which, because the Nintendo Online expansion pack has online multiplayer built into all the games, the Switch version is GoldenEye, but you can do online multiplayer. There is an Xbox version that is like up-res to 4K, but doesn't have the online multiplayer. So those are kind of your 2 modern choices, is do you want like 4K or do you want do you want online multiplayer? And that is the closest that game has had to any kind of re-release. How y'all doing? This is Eclipse. I just finished a shift, so I'm unwinding with a little bit of shipbuilding in No Man's Sky. I've heard that people are really digging the new No Man's Sky update. I hear there's ship customization, and people are really loving that, I believe is the case. I believe I saw earlier today that No Man's Sky has the highest concurrent player count it has ever had today. Hey, Artisynth. Yeah, I'm having a funky day today. My work schedule this week has been all topsy-turvy, not as it's meant to be, because I recorded Porquisition yesterday, a day earlier than I normally do, so it feels like I'm later in the week than I am. Queer and Pleasant Strangers was a shorter than usual recording because we wanted to go, me and Jane wanted to check out a screening of The Toxic Avenger that was happening. So, like, we didn't do the usual the usual length of clips into have a chill on the sofa before bed. So, like, my tent poles of, like, where I am in the week have gone. And it's thrown me, for a loop a little bit. You know how it is. Rocker, here's what I'll say about 007. There is a quite fancy remake of 007 that was in development and never got greenlit. It is the long-rumored XBLA version, I believe. You can see videos of it online. The file for it is floating around, so if you have like a Xbox 360 emulator, you can play it. But there is a like quite impressive official remake of GoldenEye project that never got off the ground that Rare were working on, and like it's kind of out there. The BT says, I beat Hollow Knight for the first time today. I'm so smart, I don't have to wait for Silksong. You have to wait 24 hours. You've got to wait with the rest of us. You didn't time it so you finished literally as it was coming out. You do have to, you are stuck with us waiting. I've seen players building Millennium Falcons, Batmobiles, and all sorts of other things. I saw someone build a toilet-shaped ship. Oh, I didn't know it was like that customizable. That's fascinating. They should bring across the Wii version of GoldenEye to Switch 2. It's so fun. It is a drastically different version of GoldenEye, that one. I kinda like it. But it is a very different thing. Do I remember right that the Wii GoldenEye has Daniel Craig in it? Was that like the first video game tie-in with Daniel Craig was him in GoldenEye? Control Alt Cassidy, you're not late. We've still got like 20 minutes before they start State of Playing at us. I started streaming early and then realized it was probably earlier than I needed to. I'm a lifetime fan of Hitman, so I'm very excited about this. Yeah, I'm excited about this. It seems interesting. I like mechanically the systems that IO Interactive do. And I think that they're a good fit for the James Bond license. I'm excited to see what they do plot-wise with it and narrative-wise with it, but I'm very curious about this. And this certainly couldn't be any worse than when we tuned into the IO Interactive showcase during Summer Games Fest. That was a bit of a nightmare. They just worked out Pierce Brosnan for Daniel Craig. Yeah, they did. It's by far the best FPS on Wii. I don't know if I agree with that about that GoldenEye on Wii. I think it's a pretty decent game. You know, I'm personally a real sucker for the Conduit when it comes to Wii first-person shooters, but you know, I'm just quirky like that. Okay, it's not just the interior design of the No Man's Sky ships. The new update introduced full modular customizable ships, added spacewalking, and these new ship types can hold multiple players, so we can taxi our buddies across the universe. Every time I hear about No Man's Sky, it does make me go, is this the day that I pick it back up? Because the Switch 2 update's really, really high quality, I hear. And that is the thing that makes me go, maybe I try No Man's Sky yet again. Maybe I try it again on Switch 2. Hey, Jane. GoldenEye on Wii, as opposed to GoldenEye on the Nintendo Wii. It's just Pierce Brosnan being like, I must stop you, but can I really be bothered to do that? Shaken, not stirred. I mean, stirred would be okay if you've already done it. I don't want to be an inconvenience, I suppose. GoldenEye on Wii. Wii GoldenEye is very much a new version with nods and winks. Yeah, it's not a remake of GoldenEye N64. It is a new interpretation of the GoldenEye story, yeah. Hey, Echo. I picked No Man's Sky up again a few days ago. I can confirm it has so much new content right now. It's really fun. Yeah, everyone keeps telling me. Apparently, every update is the one that makes it really good now, and I might get dragged in. I gotta turn off the conflicting music. Samantha Devlin says, maybe it was the fact I played the original Red Steel directly before I replayed GoldenEye on the Wii. Makes me feel so positive about GoldenEye. Red Steel was a missed opportunity. It wasn't great in execution, but I loved what it was going for. Red Steel 2 is an infinitely better game than the first Red Steel. I do still have a little bit of a soft spot for the first Red Steel. I do really respect a launch title for a new console with very weird controls going as hard as it did on trying to really lean into the spectacle of the thing. Like, Red Steel is a product of its time, but it's an interesting product of its time. Echo says, especially if you go custom difficulty settings and turn off fuel requirements, so you're not constantly grinding for fuel for your drill to mine more fuel for your drill. You can do that now, Echo. That's the thing I needed to hear. I remember getting stuck in that goddamn loop where I was trapped on a planet where I couldn't find fuel for my stupid ship to get me back onto track, and the first time I played that game, the stupid fuel loop for my vehicle was the thing that broke that game for me, and that made me have like a obsessive / very bad time. Knowing I can turn that off is amazing. That probably is going to be the thing that gets me to try it again. Is this the next thing we play through together? Which of the things I've just mentioned is it, Jane? Which thing are you suggesting be the next thing we play through together? Red Steel? You know what else would be cool to see one of these days? A modern remaster of Nightfire. Oh, I loved Nightfire on the GameCube. I believe the GameCube version of Nightfire was really cool. That one suffered from, we really don't understand how to do first-person control, so here's like 10 options, pick your poison. Oh, No Man's Sky! Yeah, No Man's... Oh. You know what, actually, Jane? You might be right. I'm willing to give No Man's Sky another go if I'm doing it co-op with you. That might be what I need to get into No Man's Sky. You know what? We'll put a pin in it, Jane, but this could be the next abiotic factor we chip away at. Might be trying No Man's Sky again. Samantha Devlin says, I've not played Red Steel 2 first, but fully agree about Red Steel 1. It wasn't the best mechanically, but it was a fun experience with a ton of potential. Yeah, it was, it certainly wasn't content with just you map, like, jump to a wagon. It was really trying. And I think it did some really cool stuff. I would love to see, like, a updated version of Red Steel now that motion controls are better, and see how it do. No Man's Sky does benefit a lot from co-op too. Building a base together is cozy as heck. Saint Nobody says, why did nobody tell me that Death Stranding 2 has a Pokemon system? It does have a Pokemon system. You didn't ask, and I wouldn't want to do spoilers for a thing you haven't made it to, but it does have a Pokemon system, yeah. Neil Cat says, I never realized for a long time that the PC and console versions of Nightfire were different and only had the PC version. When talking to friends at school, I was surprised that there were apparently car levels. Oh yeah, the console version had car levels. This was the way of things back in the day, though. You used to get completely different versions of games for different platforms. I hate that this is the example I have to mind, but fuck it, it's the one I have, and I think it works best as an example. Forgive me for you know what? I'm gonna mention it in the vaguest terms I can. The Turf Wizard game. We don't support the Turf Wizard game, but it makes a good reference point for how games used to be. I got the first one of those for Christmas on 3 different platforms, and it was 3 different games. I had it on PC. What console version was it? Was it PlayStation? Might have been PlayStation. PC, PlayStation, Game Boy Color, it might have been. All 3 of them were fundamentally different games. Like, not even trying to be the same game. And that used to be the way of things. I'm annoyed that I don't have a better example that isn't the Turf Wizard game, but this used to be very common for video games, where it was like, we've essentially made 4 different games and stuck the same label on them and shipped them on different platforms. Imagine the horror of buying Spider-Man 2 and finding it being wildly poorer than the PlayStation version. I'm guessing you bought it on PC? And I don't know much about PC games of that era. I didn't play a lot of games on PC at that time. I didn't really have a PC that was... I had a family PC that wasn't really designed to play games beyond edutainment, point-and-click adventure games. Like, at that point in time, I was mostly playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, specifically the 1994 version that's really hard to get running on modern PCs, or My Teacher's an Alien, a game that I desperately want to play on stream at some point if I can get it fucking running on a modern machine. Discovery Channel Pirates, like, and a lot of edutainment games that were not particularly graphically taxing on PC. PC version, you swing from floating web symbols in the sky. Interesting. Oh yes, Aladdin for the Super Nintendo and the Genesis were 2 different games. I played the PC version of Mega Man when I was a kid. That's a hell of a weird game and different from the NES ones. Right, we've got 10 minutes. We're nearly there. I'm curious to see what IO Interactive can do with something that's presumably going to be a little bit more linear than Hitman. And I'm curious how much of that... There's a bunch of different ways to approach this problem. Sandbox level design is going to make it into this. Like, how much of that hit... Because it seems like this is going to be like half an hour of just looking at gameplay of this game. I'm very curious how much of that very specifically Hitman DNA is going to visibly be in this. Yeah, whenever people talk about Carmen Sandiego on PC, they're never talking about the version of Carmen Sandiego that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find a good image of Sandiego 1994. I'm pretty sure it's 1994. The PC video game. No, I don't want the one that's like because every time people talk about Carmen Sandiego on PC, I'll show you the one that they always talk about. People who talk about Carmen Sandiego on PC are always talking about... Okay, terrible image, but this old version of the game, I have a slightly more modern version than this that I have nostalgia for. I'm sure it's 94. Is it not 94? No, it wasn't Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. It's specifically Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. 96? Oh, 96. It's the 1996 version. I got some very terrible sized images I'm going to find here, but the 1996 Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. This is my Carmen Sandiego. With the FMV clips and everything. Faster on Wheels, is this the one you've played? Yeah, this is the one I have nostalgia for, but I've yet to be able to make this run on a modern PC properly. It's this specific actor for the Chief that, like, is very nostalgic to me. But again, no one ever talks about this one. This is my good one. But yeah, the other game, let me find, this was like, this is one of my, like, white whale games that, like, I never talk to anyone who's played this game, but I fucking love this one. My Teacher's an Alien game. Yeah, there it is. It is a late 90s kind of point and click, but there is like narrative choice elements, and like if you you've got to be like here we go. You got to be keeping on top of like your calendar and doing the right things on the right days, and if you don't like act fast enough to make progress in this game, like students from the school were getting abducted by aliens, and one of the teachers is the alien, but which one randomizes every time you play. And if you, like, after a kid's been kidnapped, you have a if you don't get to the ship and rescue that kid within a certain number of days, that kid just gets fucking dissolved into goo and is dead. They're gone. And, like, your first couple of playthroughs of this, as you're, like, trying to work out what to do in this game, you will have children die because you did not get there fast enough to stop that happening. Yeah, this is based on the My Teacher's an Alien novels from the early 90s. But yeah, there is a My Teacher's an Alien game, and I want to do a playthrough of this on stream at some point if I can ever get this running on a modern PC. I have so much nostalgia for it, and I really want to revisit it as an adult. Anyway, we got James Bond in like 5 minutes. You know what? We should probably end the GoldenEye music and go to the actual lobby music for this stream. Why not? I'm gonna go for the generic lobby music so that I don't accidentally zone out and miss that the stream is starting because I got it muted. Sounds like a modern Persona. Yeah, it's honestly not that far off the Persona games. My Teacher's an Alien in terms of that vibe. It's very, we, this group of teenagers, are the only ones who can stop this existential threat that is basically just bad adults. Bad, evil adults are the most existential threat, and we teenagers must battle supernatural things to deal with the threat that is evil adults. Closer to Persona than you would think. I believe this is only half an hour. Let me... 30 minutes of gameplay. And then afterwards, IO are going to chat for a while. I don't know how long we're going to stick around for that. We'll see how interesting they make it. I did like the GoldenEye remake on Wii. I think it is not a remake of the GoldenEye game from the N64. It is very, very definitely a different adaptation of the same source material. I think it was interesting, even if I don't necessarily think it did a great job of establishing a target audience for itself. it wasn't gonna satisfy the nostalgia crowd, and no, I don't think many people at the time were like avid Daniel Craig specific Bond fans. There's a lot of factors that did not work in its favor. Yeah, it was one of the better looking Wii games. It was a good looking Wii game. You know, it didn't look as good as Zack and Wiki. Hey, give us a new Zack and Wiki game. I will repeatedly lead the charge for a new Zack and Wiki. You know, but it was pretty good looking. Alright, 3 minutes. Nearly there. Mjolnir, no one's made an infinite First Light joke, no. Look, Zack and Wiki was deeply flawed, but it was super creative, super ambitious, and it deserved a second chance at life. It was one of the most unique things on the Wii, and a game that deserved better than to be a one and done. Like, I deeply love it, despite any problems it has. I think it's charming, I think it's creative, I think it is a very easy recommend to a lot of people. I'm a big Zack and Wiki proponent. Minute left. Probably gonna have a little bit of dinner, and I'm probably still gonna do my regularly scheduled stream tonight. Like, I'll probably be back around 10 PM UK, so like 3 hours from now, to do a couple of hours of Yakuza 0 stream. But I'm gonna do this stream and then I'm gonna treat myself to a little bit of dinner, have a little bit of food after work before I return to working. Workaholic that I am. Is this taking place at a convention, or is it just the developers? This is just the developers. Think of this like a Nintendo Direct focused on one game. It is a pre-recorded gameplay look, plus probably some conversations with the developers spliced in, being broadcast as a live stream. "30 seconds. We're nearly there, everyone." Come on, speed up stream. Are we? I believe we're caught up with live. I think we can get ahead of that. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Show me some Bond. Okay, so we're starting with the same trailer we saw a couple of times at some Games Fest, it looks like.
What he did in Iceland.
What he did was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless.
How's the volume?
Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
Yeah, we're playing reckless, young, not yet disciplined Bond.
Hi, I'm Hakan Abrak, game director on 007
Hey, Hakan
First Light.
Abrak. Show me just like
Everyone has
half
been
an hour
waiting
of unedited
patiently
gameplay,
to finally
please.
see our game, and that's exactly why we're here today. So without further ado, and on behalf of our talented
Just
team,
show me the first
I'm
half hour
incredibly
of the
proud to
game.
introduce an extended playthrough of Bond's
Hey,
first
NK
mission
man. Yeah,
as
it's
a
basically just 007, but there is a
Please
state of
enjoy
play
our
today.
gameplay premiere of 007 First Light.
Oh yeah, we're going straight to just gameplay. Cool.
This is a black tag operation, so discretion, ladies and gentlemen, is critical.
very pretty looking game, I'll give it that. No, this is not a remake of the N64 GoldenEye. This is, it's called First Light.
Don't act too
It is a
impressed,
new
dearest.
James
We'll
Bond
blow our
game
cover.
that is like an origin story
James,
of
too quick
young
for
James
pouting.
Bond earning his
glorified hood
007
ornament.
moniker.
What could I possibly have to pout about?
Sorry if the assignment
This
doesn't
game
live up to your
isn't
grand
published by Sony, but
expectations.
Sony's like very
Someone must watch the
clearly
perimeter.
aligned themselves with the
If
marketing.
009 slips through our fingers, you're the last
It's
line
a
of
multi-platform
defense.
release, like it's coming to Switch 2,
Exhilarate.
for example.
Greenway's testing you, mate. That's all. Don't give him an excuse.
The cap looks good on you, though. Really brings out your cheekbones. Take a left up ahead, James.
Yeah, this was teased in the Switch 2 Direct
Was that
when
Danny?
the game was basically
frog
still
in my
just a
throat.
logo.
Halt!
Is everything in order?
Routine inspection, ma'am. Won't be a moment. All clear.
Yeah,
Please
Samantha,
proceed.
we're not doing like James Bond Jr., for example.
You think if I sold a kidney, I could afford to stay for a night?
I think I have. Stayed here, I mean. A wedding back in 22.
Doesn't sound like something you'd forget.
Well, the hair was
This
in
is a lot
Japan,
of
so
like.
we flew in by private
I'm not
jet.
necessarily against this. This
Dark
is a lot of
and
young,
drinking.
snarky,
Can.
At least Sheila will be happy.
Private
young
jet.
snark
What?
dialogue happening in the car.
Darling, nothing at all.
Oh, Alex Rider, yeah, I fucking
What do
love
you
the
make
Alex
of
Rider
009?
books.
He was the best
At
in
a
his
point
day.
in my youth.
That was a long time ago. My guess is he's tired of running.
Greenway thinks we're being played.
And since when do you trust
Turns
Greenway?
up a little.
I never said I did.
They knew each other, though. That much is clear. Something to do with an operation called Nightfall.
That begs the question.
Yeah, I believe
009
James Bond
picked
Jr.
Greenway out of
is
good
James
faith
Bond's
or bad
nephew, I think.
Well, we're about to find out. Pull up. This is our stop.
I have no idea if
Live,
the actor is
gentlemen.
British.
Switch to comms. Monroe,
You're in a
with
better
me.
position than
James,
I to
stay.
look that up.
Save the world some
and
other
report
time,
back. Probably listed on the
Afternoon.
MDB at this
Invitation,
point.
please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus the help.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian. Parking is right up ahead.
Plus the help.
Mr. and
Ugh.
Mrs. York, enjoy your stay.
Much obliged. Oh, they will.
Shout out to the Kill James Bond podcast indeed. I've been on there once.
Right.
It's chill. It's a chill
We're entering the
show.
premises. Team status?
Nash, deliver the area. In position.
Singh, staff quarters.
Ronson, conference wing.
Kingsley, first floor suites. Bond. Bond.
Parking lot. In position.
I like that they're not.
Switching off comms
They're
as
leading
instructed.
away from the idea
Keep a
of
low
James
profile
Bond
and
as
don't let
the
your guards
lone
down.
super spy.
009
You
most
send him
certainly won't.
in alone and no one
Out.
else, and he does the job. Particularly for like a first time earning his stripes Bond. Being like, no, you are one of a squad of people. They've already got multiple other spies in this building. You're doing your bit of the job, but they're in there doing their bit. How's it look so far? We took a scenic drive to a location and watched a cutscene. There's not really been anything in this first 5 minutes or so that tells me what this game's going to be like to play, other than that it looks fairly pretty. Because, like, I'm assuming from the
Not exactly
heavy
the five-star
inclusion of,
treatment.
like, cutscenes and stuff here, you had to go park your car precisely here, be in this uniform, you have to take the... Which is like, I'm not saying this is a bad thing.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
stretching my legs.
there are some aspects of your
Bond,
approach that are
reporting
definitely
suspicious
not going to be
behavior.
as open as
009?
everyone would
No,
be.
one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
I guess he had to be there. It was odd. I'm gonna check it out.
You will not. 009 is our only priority. Stay at your post, James. That's an order.
Yes, Mom.
Investigate the blonde man. Okay, we have a battery meter and a chemical meter? I'm assuming that's how much battery your gadgets have in them.
Pardon me? Need
And
to see
how
a man about
much,
a bag.
like, poison or antidote or whatever you have on you.
Missed him.
I do like this compass in the
Afternoon, sir.
bottom corner.
Staff and press only.
Oh, damn. Forgot my press badge.
You're not the first.
Can I duck through? I need to catch up with that bellhop.
Show me your ID and all's good.
Better go and get my ID then.
If you want to
When was
catch
the
your
last time we got a
bellhop,
good Bond
Fair
game?
point.
Honestly, I would say maybe Nightfall. Yeah, GoldenEye on Wii was alright. Nightfall's the last one I, like, truly loved. I, like, absolutely adored was Nightfall. Yeah, dialogue choices seem to be a thing. Infiltrate the hotel. Okay. So, it does look like we're getting a degree of the Hitman energy of... Here's a fairly open-ended objective. You gotta get into the hotel. Okay, yeah, there's someone watching nearby, so they've still got the systems of, like, other people's visibility of you. If you had a lighter, you could light this on fire. If that person wasn't looking, you could jump off the edge of here. Oh, Nightfire. Nightfire is probably what I mean. Was I saying Nightfall?
Do you think I could get Gretchen Wong's autograph of my daughter after the game? She dreams of going pro.
It does seem like there are at the very least multiple... Okay, I think I'm back. I think we're back. I think we're back. Okay, I'll continue. I don't know what happened with the stream there for a second. Sorry about that. I love when Twitch does this to me. You didn't miss anything. It's all good.
What the... God, sorry. Oh, my...
Right, am I here? Am I live? Are we good? Am I here? Are we good? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try hit and play again. Do I have this on 1440p? I'm only streaming at 1080 anyway. Let's turn this down to 1080. Okay, no idea what went on there, why it had a wobbly moment. Yeah, the 007 froze because I paused the stream. I paused the stream until I knew the stream was back. Okay, yeah, so we could have snuck in the other side by turning the hose on and distracting the guy. Oh, we stole his lighter.
let's see.
Oh, this might not be multiple ways into the building. This might be multiple steps of one infiltration plan to the building. I'm suspecting now that they're using those Hitman systems less to be here is open-ended ways to do things, and more we can create an interesting multi-step way to get into somewhere using those systems.
I
couldn't find a looking.
Gate crashing a black tie event. Haven't done that since final year.
I'm not really a white person.
What?
Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good to have you on the team.
I do like a Bond who can just confidently bluster his way through a
This
problem.
guy better be worth it.
I do like having him canonically be a little bit I am here to test whether people can break into the building. I'm gonna have stern words with them. I was able to break in. Shouldn't have been able to break
Don't
in,
mind
should
me,
I?
ladies.
Good afternoon, sir.
He's got the charisma he needs to have.
Which room is he in?
Dunno, but he's getting an extra mint on his pillow. That's for sure.
The chemical meter went down. Was it when he used the lighter? Did he use up some of the lighter fuel? I do like the idea you might have to be
Now,
thoughtful and judicious
let's
in
see
your
what all the
use
fuss is
of
about.
tools.
There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind. What are you here for?
Neil Katz, I can attest to the fact that if you just confidently walk in somewhere looking like you belong, you can pull in, you can get in. Not that I would have ever done it, but let's say hypothetically, once upon a time, a company
Kingsley
I was
alert.
working for forgot
Let's not
to
get
book
spotted
my
just yet.
appointment
Need to build a
for
case
the
first.
E3 Ubisoft press conference. Fuck Ubisoft, by the way. And I, needing to get in there for work, maybe picked up a cardboard box off the side of the street and walked in behind some maintenance people that were also carrying cardboard boxes and just
Bond,
didn't get
status.
stopped.
All is quiet in the parking lot.
Made,
No sign
made
of
my way
009.
into that press conference.
Over.
I would never admit to doing such a thing. But hypothetically, it does
How do
seem
you
like
do?
a thing that would work, right?
Where have I seen him before?
I think he models.
My mum used to do that to get backstage at concerts. She used to just put a high-vis jacket on
Now,
and walk backstage.
where do you go?
She met Neil Diamond that way.
Is it your own concoction?
Shockwave cameras, smoke pod, start phone, hack watch.
Mixology books from the 20s. Book collector, huh?
Oh yes, his pride and joy. He's got all sorts of antique books on display about the castle and local history.
Wonder if you could help me.
I'll certainly try, sir.
Did you notice the blonde bellhop who just passed through here?
There's a face you'd pick out in the lineup. Probably one of the pimps. He was asking for the directions to the backstage area.
A chess fiend. I knew it.
I'd stay clear of him.
Just need a quiet word.
Okay.
Nothing dramatic.
You're collecting hints that will lead you to what you're doing. Okay, we're skipping ahead a little bit. I was hoping they'd stick with it. I wanted to see whether there was more variance or how linear it was. Look, I've rolled a couple of good nat 20s on deception
Looking
in
for
my
these?
time.
Hold on. Just who the hell are you?
Not now. Eyes on the road.
Hooray, we're getting good
Look out.
high-speed driving sections in a Bond game. We were talking about these before. Nightfall was it?
That's the car.
Nightfire.
Got too much of a
Nightfire
head
had
start.
great ones of these, and
You need
these
to
got
cut some
ones.
corners.
Careful what you wish for.
A good high-speed spy chase in a fancy car. Very important element of the Bond game.
Ambulances, watch it.
Oh, this feels like this is the vibe I want a Bond chase to have. This is great. Lovely location, nice, very specific car. Lots of like tire squeals.
Look out!
Branching path options. We're going through like highly residential areas, trying to fucking like accidentally injure anyone. Will the car turn into a submarine? We can only hope.
She...
Right, mandatory off-road sections on a vehicle that shouldn't be going off-road.
You're
Also,
right.
naughty 009. It's 009 naughty. You've definitely lost sight of the car we were chasing.
Left, go left.
Oh yeah, it's going to depend on how much of a reliable rhythm that is, but... Right, this is a good unhinged car chase. It's simple enough that you're going to get to feel confident doing it, but with enough like things happening that it still feels a little chaotic and slightly out of your control. It's a good balance. Lots of very clearly signposted, like, oh, here's your, like, you feel like you took a bit of a shortcut moment.
Clear the road! Hold tight.
Oh, the speed up that ramp didn't feel great. They didn't have the best sense of speed for that ramp ascension, but I like the attempt. Car chase on a road full of civilians, always a winner.
Right. Who are you really?
Agent Charlotte Ross. I'm with the DGSE. That's...
French intelligence. James Bond. MI6.
Yes, I figured as much.
What's your interest in 009?
Beckett didn't spend his fugitive years on a golf course. That's what you think. DGSE has been hunting him for a long time. This is the closest we've ever gotten, and I'm not letting him slip through my fingers now.
Sounds like we have a conflict of interest.
How about we burn that bridge when we get to it?
Fine by me.
Give me a beautiful location, a fast car, and some exposition. I can get on board.
There. Pull over.
No sign of 009.
This is the James Bond we know, but when he was younger.
I've had worse.
Oh, in that case.
This is not cartoon James Bond Jr., who was the nephew.
Get down there, draw their fire. I'll flank them. We need to keep that plane on the ground.
Well, what are we waiting for?
There's that English sang-froid. Bonne chance, James.
I mean, I would be, if I need to keep that plane on the ground, I'd be trying to get some holes in the front windshield so that the pilots don't want to take off because of the pressure, the cabin being depressurized. That'd be my call. I'm sure if you unloaded your clip into that windshield, you can make.
Looks like I've got a plane to catch.
Make a hole eventually. Okay, we've got environmental areas that aren't just stealth infiltrations of buildings. License to kill, you get your permission moments. It's like, okay, now you're allowed to do murders. Focus. Okay, so doing kills gets you focus, which presumably allows you to slow down time briefly. Okay, so it's very clear when you have permission to do big shooting murder and when you have to be a stealth spy. You have a dedicated bluff button. Oh!
Told me you needed a hand.
Some good visual effects for explosions going on. Very fast-paced.
Right behind you.
I like that nothing seems too bullet spongy. It's very like, get the kill, keep moving, get the kill, keep moving. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of the this is Bond for one mana. Oh, sliding under the car for a melee takedown is okay, so that sort of energy meter in the bottom right is focus. Did he just throw his empty weapon? I believe so. Yeah, okay, this sequence is telling me on like, okay, you have ideas outside of the Hitman stuff. Yeah, there you did it again. It's very, super hot. The, fuck it just comes out of ammo, I'm just gonna throw it in your face.
Hose! Grab the hose!
It's very, these actions aren't necessarily realistic, but they feel very cool at the moment. They allow you to feel like, yeah, I could, James Bond could conceivably do that cool move.
Not without me!
Okay, it's already got some fun ideas for set pieces, I like this.
Talk about winging it.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. This understands well that James Bond needs to be a little larger than life.
Okay, 009. You're next.
Right, we're doing the one-liners and everything, exactly.
Package secure. Snug in the front. Did you kill the transponder? No such thing with a spray.
Good amount of location variety in this first mission. We're gonna move to traditional stealth? Silent
Things flying
takedowns.
dark. It's all up to me. Think. Need a way to force it down. If I could access the flight control system. Let's make some turbulence.
Oh, this is pretty charming, actually.
Never a dull moment.
They've got spectacle. Some of these moments are definitely taxing the game. That frame rate is struggling a little bit in places. But I respect the fact they're not full dropping it. I don't think we have a date for this game, so I suspect it'll probably be in slightly change over time, but I respect that they are not played in where the performance is a little bit. Purely in the moments where you're doing some slightly more ridiculous things. Yeah, I can look past the frame rate having a slightly struggling second if it's because I'm mid-firefight tilting a plane to make boxes slide and break into particles to knock over the enemy I was trying to shoot. Like, that's cool enough, I'll forgive a little more of the frame rate. Yeah, it's doing all of the great hits of,
Need a hitch a ride!
You should constantly be feeling like you're doing cool best spy in the world shit. You know what? That was a pretty good first showing.
Hey, I'm Patrick Gibson, and I am honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007 First Light. It's thrilling to be bringing this character to life in the gaming world, and I'm joined by an incredibly talented cast, including Lenny James as Bond's mentor Greenway, Priyanka Burford as M, Alistair McKenzie as Q, Kira Lester as Bond's most fervent supporter, Moneypenny, and Noemi Nakai as the enigmatic Ms. Roth.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden beneath the surface.
We'll stick around for a little
You've
bit
just
of this
watched an
dev chat.
extended mission playthrough. No commentary, just the raw experience.
I
We
do
hope you liked
appreciate
it just as much
getting
as
to
we
see a
loved
good chunk
crafting
of
it.
actual gameplay as a proper first look at a game.
There's more than what meets the eye. In this next section, we'll guide you through how it all works. The tools, systems, and choices that shape the gameplay in 007 First Light.
Yeah, does this have... I don't think
Let's
this
take
has
a closer
date.
look.
Welcome to the world of James Bond in 007 First Light, where infiltration and espionage are just two of many spycraft skills.
2026, yeah.
In this mission, our unseasoned but highly trained Bond must track an assassin through a sophisticated Kensington gala. You'll want to blend in with the crowd while scouting for tactical options. Creating a mental map of available pathways without giving yourself away.
Go to the security room. It's first floor, east wing. Staff offices.
Got it.
Bond must gain access to the upper floors, but some areas are off limits, even for those with a stolen ticket.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you through.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Other side of the bar.
Dialogue from other characters can offer clues to the mission's progression. Listening in on conversations is a useful intelligence tactic, potentially revealing opportunities for an easy breach.
If he doesn't make an appearance in the next 10 minutes, he can watch from down here. Yeah, do that. Rob Minkley, Crux Magazine. And you are?
Rob Minkley. Sorry for the wait.
About time, Mr. Minkley. No miss
Ah,
gave
so
up
you
on
gotta
you.
remember the name that she
Right then,
mentioned
go
to
grab
be
your
able to
camera,
drop it back
and I'll
in the
take you past
conversation.
security.
Yeah.
Photography can be such a negative experience.
Don't recognize him.
First Light provides multiple pathways for achieving Bond's objective,
There we go. There's the
if
confirmation.
he's prepared to get creative.
Yeah, you can pretend to be a journalist. You're gonna need to find out the name of a journalist who's on their way, steal a camera. I'm guessing this is gonna be steal a uniform from security, might be one of these. Oh, multiple different ways to get a camera, I see. Maybe you always have to be the journalist, but there's multiple
Bond's
ways
gamble
you can
has paid
get a
off.
camera
The
and fake
balcony
being
should
the
give you an excellent
journalist.
view of the stage.
Sorry, miss, but this man can't go upstairs.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
You say so.
I read your articles in Crux Magazine on rogue AI and cognitive warfare.
Hopefully this is a good time to drop in.
You won't always receive the red carpet treatment, so sometimes you might have to take the initiative. In these highly volatile stealth situations, it pays to choose caution over direct confrontation, as everyone can be a valuable source of information.
Saunders. I'll be needing that key card.
Watch it.
What?
Oh, I like the
That
emphasis
needs
on waiting around, listening to things, being gameplay useful.
Moments when Bond remains undetected offer the chance to survey hostile areas.
North exit. That's my way out.
Bond can use the environment to his advantage by choosing from multiple routes, exploiting opponents' positions or security vulnerabilities. Depending on the situation and the odds,
Yeah,
Bond
it
can
feels like a
always
mix
go
of
with a quick and
Hitman-esque
blunt
stealth
strategy.
slash choice segments plus action set pieces. Yeah, I'm up for that. Linear story, Hitman, branching and stealth,
Could have played
big
that a
action
little smoother,
shooty,
James.
cool set pieces. That sounds fun.
He got away with it this time, but they could have called reinforcements. Alternatively, Bond can opt for a more elegant style, using the scan from his watch to highlight options for distraction and misdirection.
What was that?
I'll have a quick look.
Who sets the alarm? What's wrong with you?
Your Q gadgets are custom developed to be powered by resources found in the environment, so be sure to stock up when you have the chance. Aside from your signature watch, a gift from
You
Q,
definitely need to
you'll
be
have other
looking
gadgets
for
in your
batteries
arsenal.
in the environment to get to keep
The
using
laser
it.
fires a direct beam of energy
Yeah.
that can be used
It does feel
offensively
like there's a
against
degree of
targets
Hitman
or
light
tactically
going on.
environmental weak points.
Take care of that right away.
Opening
can
up
see the Watch
strategic
Dogs
options to
comparisons,
avoid
yeah.
combats or spring traps. The smoke device confuses and disorients foes, letting you pass through undetected, offering a chance for concealed stealth takedowns. The world of 007 First Lights will see Bond face different opponents, some of whom
I see
cannot
those
be bluffed
outlines
or
in the
charmed
smoke
into
and go, are
compliance.
you gonna have,
Using
like,
a
on
dart
track
phone to
mode?
incapacitate them will give you an opportunity to talk your way out.
Yes, I see
with a
0%
charismatic
iconic
flourish.
cats in this. So it clearly can't be.
I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security. The bastard could be hiding right under your noses.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay, the bluff button is cool.
But sometimes, hard as you may try to stay hidden, a fight is unavoidable.
If he was from MI6.
What? Excuse me? Who are you looking for?
Relax, off-duty museum security.
Don't.
Having been discovered, Bond will need to rely on more than wit and charm to contain the situation.
Oh,
In
we've
melee
also
combat
got a
against
fucking
multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast.
Batman Arkham melee system.
Combining
Oh.
throws, parries,
Dedicated
and direct strikes
Arkham
with
style
environmental
melee
takedowns
system.
and items.
Because you don't have your license to kill right now. You're not in a kill scenario.
Simon says don't get up.
Sometimes James will need more than his fists to get out alive. When enemies
Yeah,
show
definitely
clear
more
intent
combat
to
depth
shoot
than
and
Hitman.
kill Bond, you will
Alright,
be
we got
granted a
parries.
license to kill. Trained by the Royal Navy, Bond is an expert marksman. His Q pistol firearm is a great conversation starter.
This is one thing that was
Enemies can
missing from a
provide
lot of the
additional
old James
firearms.
Bond games was a
You'll just have to borrow them for a moment.
your first option can't
With
be to
quick
just walk in
thinking,
and murder
you can
everything.
turn the tables on your enemies by making the very environment a deadly weapon. Gadgets used for stealth and infiltration can
Grumble
also be
Racks,
deployed in
there's a
combat
lot of
to disrupt
motion
enemy
blur
attacks
that I really
or
hope can be
provide
turned
further
off.
offensive options.
There was some pretty heavy use of it in that car chase section.
Allowing you to
I'm
fight fire
really
with
hoping
fire.
it can be toned down.
Or distract to make your escape.
Doesn't look great.
Adversaries come equipped with different levels of armor, requiring either greater ballistic might or tactical improvisation. To support him in challenging situations, Bond can use his own instincts. This mode will help you focus on your most difficult targets. Whether
Shoot them
human
in the hands, they drop the gun.
or environmental,
There is a Switch 2 version of this game.
Bond must be fast, cunning, and uncompromising to prevail in the world of 007
This is
First
apparently
Light.
coming to the Switch 2. Visually, the Hitman looks pretty decent on Switch 2, so...
Thank you for your visit. We hope to see you again.
Somehow
Yeah, Echo similar. We shall see. March 27th next year. Is that the date for all platforms? Or just the PlayStation 1? Yeah, is 27th of March, is there a Switch 2 release date currently? Let's have a quick look. 007 First Light Switch 2 release. The game's release date will be March 27th for PS5, Xbox Series PC, and Switch 2. Okay, this is one where the Switch 2 version is coming the same day as other platforms, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Indiana Jones is also apparently coming out of Switch. There's a few Switch 2 ports coming. Yes. But yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty cool that that's a day and date port. That's nice. Right, I'm gonna go have some dinner. I might be back in a couple of hours to do a stream of some Yakuza 0. Continuing to try and work out who the fuck owns that empty lot. Who's got the empty lot? We don't know who's got the empty lot. We're gonna get back to Kiryu's adventures probably in a couple of hours. I'm gonna have some dinner first. Have a good evening, everyone. Anyone who's around for the Yakuza stream, I'll catch you in a bit. Bye.